series, not a movie. Because if they did it in a movie, it really wouldn't work. Because it's like a very long story, and they would butcher it. Plus, I would love to see them do, Hush as a season. Honestly, one thing with the yeah, honestly, I think they would do a great third season. I think they're going to continue what they did with Enemy Within. It really did great. It was really successful, in my opinion. It's Batman, so how is it not successful? One thing that, a lot of people always talk about with WB Montreal and Batman is that it's going to be an Arkham video game. It's like, I don't want another Arkham video game. And I know a lot of people are like, well, Arkham, it makes money. It's like, no, it's Batman. Batman makes money. Batman is the name draw. And this whole idea of, like, every Batman video game has to have Arkham in it. The title Arkham. It's dumb. It's boring. And I hope to God... I hope to God that WB Montreal, I was going to say Telltale. Telltale changes their title of it. I hope that WB Montreal is like, it's not an Arkham game. We're done with Arkham. This is going to be our franchise. This is going to be our video game. And it's going to be Batman Court of Owls. Which I think would be brilliant. Even though that's a comic book name, but I would love to see them start like this whole trend of do an actual video game based on a comic book. Like based on the comic book storyline. And if they really can't do the storyline, then bring in Chuck Dixon to write it. It's like if you make a video game, I mean, Paul Dini did the Arkham Asylum and City, in which he did a great job, because that's why I always think that Arkham City and Asylum's always really the more interesting Batman Arkham video games, is because you have a brilliant writer in it. With Arkham Knight, it really lacked the story substance, in my opinion. And I think if you bring in Chuck Dixon to write the Batman video games, it would really work. It would really be great, because you have a guy who knows Batman, who knows the other characters. And plus he's really good at writing dark stuff. And I really think he would have done great with Bane. Of course he would. I mean, he created Bane. But it would be great, to see a comic book writer write the story in a video game. I'm not knocking people who write storylines for video games. But if you get Chuck Dixon to write a Batman video game story, I would buy it. I mean, hell, I think Scott Snyder is involved in whatever video game WB Montreal's doing. I mean, he tweeted about it, then he took it down. So I think he might be involved in it. I think he might be involved in the next Batman video game. I mean, Court of Owls is his story. So he probably has creative, input on what's going on. So anyway, did you see the dialogue of WWE 2K20? Oh, the cafeteria scene. Yeah, I did. It was really shitty. I never seen insults thrown that badly in a video game, where I think the character threatened to claw out somebody's eye or lay the smackdown on them in cafeteria. It was really shitty dialogue. Like, I ended up tweeting, like, whoever wrote this was really bad. They should have watched, like, MJF's promos on AEW. Yeah. No, I didn't watch Raw. I really didn't care what happened on WWE Raw, to be honest. Like, yeah, Batwoman's ratings plummeted badly. I wouldn't say it plummeted badly, but it fell really bad. That I honestly think, like, the final episode of the season, it's hard to believe they renewed it for another season, is, I think, honestly, the final episode of the first season will be basically over. They'd be lucky if they get, like, over 900,000 viewers, or it's most likely they're going to get 850,000, in my opinion. And you got to remember, they're going up against, Sunday Night Football, and kids say the darndest thing. So, yeah, they're not really doing a great job with it. And I honestly think people just don't really care about the show, the comic book audience, because it's not really they're reaching out to them. It's more like they're reaching out to this, like I said, shadow audience that they think they like comics, but the people that they're reaching out to really don't like comics. They don't buy comics. They don't really care about comics. They just want to preach and hammer home their political, social views. And that's it. So, anyway, I'm going to be wrapping up the show today. So, it's been a great discussion. We're going to talk more about political correctness and comics and social justice warriors and comics. I basically enjoyed talking about this topic and possibly triggering a few people, which always does great. I mean, I triggered so many people, I got banned off my first Twitter account, which was really wonderful. So, we will talk about it. I really want to talk about Marvel Comics and how the downfall of it is now reaching over to DC. And anyway, I enjoy doing the show, and the final thoughts of it is, just don't be one of those woken people. Remember, once you go woke, you go broke. See y'all. Bye.